Good morning, students. Welcome to the channel. In today's video, we are going to cover this topic, the biosphere. So, this is the last component of the geosphere. We have already covered lithosphere, geosphere, of course, lithosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere. This is the biosphere, the fourth and the last component of geosphere. So the bio means, so you have to tell me in the comment section what is this, where does the bios, from which Greek word we derive this word biosphere. So let's start with the meaning. Biosphere, the zone of life on earth. It includes all plants, animals and microorganisms. So all flora, that means plants, fauna means animals, and the microorganisms live in this biosphere. And this is the zone of life, means all the living you can say living organisms present in the biosphere. Life exists in a narrow zone, so it is a very narrow, very small zone. Life is mostly found in a thin layer of geosphere. So very thin layer of geosphere means biosphere is a very thin layer of the life is present in a very thin layer of geosphere. This layer lies between the lower atmosphere and the bottom of the oceans. So this thin atmosphere extends from the lower atmosphere and the bottom of the oceans. There the most living organisms are present, we can say. More than 3/4 of all life forms are found in this zone. So 3/4 means only 1/4 is left. Almost every life form is present in this narrow zone of the geosphere. Why life is in this narrow zone only? Here conditions like air, water, temperature and light are suitable for living organisms. So the conditions like the right amount of air, the right amount of gases present in the air, the water, the temperature that is suitable for living organisms to exist, these all living conditions are present in this narrow zone only. Living organisms depend on air, water and the lithosphere. So these are the three components on which the living organisms depend. Exception, so some life exists beyond this narrow zone. So there are certainly some exceptions, that some life exists beyond this narrow zone. Only some life, like we have seen that almost 3/4 life forms are present in this narrow zone, but still we can see that some are left. So those are the exceptions. Coral reefs on the deep ocean floor. This is the first example. Coral reefs that are present on the deep ocean floor, like this. As you can see, this is a coral reef. These are very beautiful. People visit oceans because to see these coral reefs, because these are very beautiful. So these are present in the deep ocean floor. Bacteria living several kilometers below rock layers under Earth's surface, these are called extremophils. So these extremophils, which are bacteria that is present in the Earth's surface, these are also beyond the narrow zone and they are living. Four components of the geosphere. So here one thing I want to say, that these like you can say these components are non-living, or you can say inorganic. And this one biosphere, this is living, that means organic. Okay, so only this is present. This is the only biosphere means which is the lively sphere. Otherwise, the all other threes are non-living. And this biosphere includes lithosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere in it. Because biosphere includes all the living organisms, and the living organisms needs these other components of geosphere. So these are also included in biosphere. So we can say that geosphere is the umbrella term in which biosphere comes, and in biosphere the other three non-living components are included. Interdependence. All four components depend on each other for energy, materials, and survival. So all four components depend for the energy exchange, for the material, and for survival. None of them can function independently. So we have seen that atmosphere needs hydrosphere needs lithosphere, all three four and the biosphere wants all other three non-living components. So these all are interdependent, means depending on each other. Role of biosphere. Only the biosphere has a living organisms. It regularly affects and changes the lithosphere, atmosphere, and hydrosphere. So only the biosphere has living organisms, and it regularly affects and changes these other components. It gives purpose and meaning to the non-living components. So without like in biosphere, biosphere gives a meaning and you could say just like we need purpose in our life, these all three non-living components also need purpose in their lives, and that purpose is fulfilled by biosphere. Because biosphere includes the living organisms, and those living organisms need these three other non-living components. Human impact. Burning fossil fuels increases CO2 and harmful gases. As we all know, if we burn fossil fuels in the air, carbon dioxide and the harmful gases increases. This disturbs the natural balance of the biosphere and other spheres. So this disturbs the natural balance of the biosphere and other spheres. Yes, of course, these fossil fuels uh, f- um, burn releases these harmful greenhouse gases. CO2, methane, water vapor, these are all greenhouse gases which traps heat and increases the temperature of earth, which leads to global warming. So this disturbs the natural balance of the biosphere. It disturbs all the cycles and processes which are going in the biosphere. Leads to climate change, air pollution, water pollution. So because of the humans, because of us, we are disturbing the natural cycle of nature, which is very harmful for us only. Example of a man-made biosphere. So here, Biosphere 2, University of Arizona, USA. Here is the uh, biosphere is this biosphere is man-made in University of Arizona, USA. So it's just a simple fact. If you want to see this, search it on Google. Biosphere 2, University of Arizona, USA. So today's homework is to make a diagram or flowchart explaining this concept. And if you have any doubt, you can freely comment down below. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching.